Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Hubris or Hubrage. Haven't quite figured out what to call myself yet, but this is my first StarCraft 2 commentary, something that I've wanted to do for 2.5 years, and I'm finally able to do it since I just recently built my first computer myself about a week ago. So I'm excited about that. So for this game that I have chosen, I found on StarCraft2replays.net, and we're gonna have ATN DarkForce versus ForGG, a Zerg versus Terran. ForGG the Terran, DarkForce the Zerg. And let's see what else. This is on I think it's a Gigabyte NVIDIA Invitational. That was the event that was listed. And I know Zotac has invitationals as well. And my video card that I just put in my recent computer is a Zotac. I was going to get a Gigabyte, but fries ran out, or they didn't have the. I had like a quote, and in it was the Gigabyte, NVIDIA Gigabyte, but it expired and they ran out. So I got a Zotac, but it's working just fine. I'm able to play and record all my favorite games on high settings. So I'm not recording on high settings just because I want to save the integrity of my computer for now. Not trying to push it too hard, not into overclocking or any of that stuff. But all that matters right now is the StarCraft 2 match, which I've wanted to do for so long. DarkForce spots ForGG's base with his Overlord. He's going for a fast expand. ForGG seems to go for the fairly standard quick barracks. I've been doing a lot of replays, partly practice, but if this is the first one I publish, then that'll be quite a feat, because a lot of the other ones I've practiced have been messed up or terrible for one reason or another. The sound was too loud, or I was moving the camera around like crazy, and ForGG does respond with his own fast expand. Command center just built right out there. So yeah, I've been doing this for a while. It's probably like my 10th attempt, and hopefully this will be the one I actually publish. And DarkForce going for an early early extractor, fairly early, and ForGG going for 2 refineries straight up. So we have both players doing a fast tech build rather than a macro oriented build, economic build I should say. There's a few Zerglings coming through, probably do some scouting. ForGG has both his refineries going. What he would go, I've typically seen only one refinery if they're going for double reactored Hellions. So he might also go for double reactored Hellions, but beyond that, I would guess Banshees would be my guess. There goes the factory down, pretty much right at 100 gas. And what has DarkForce been spending his gas on? Hasn't gotten speed quite yet. Will he get that now? Yes, he does, right at 100 gas. These pro players, man oh man, got their timings down perfect. Their awareness of how many resources they have at all times. DarkForce doing some scouting. Might lose Zergling. No, gets away with 1 HP. Go run on home, Zergling. You did enough today. Factory's almost finished, and is that a reactor? Yes, it is a reactor on the barracks. So it'll be interesting. He has 200 gas now. Can he build a starport? He can, and he will. He does. In the meantime, DarkForce is building up his own gas, and it looks like he's going for a fairly quick lair, I think. Second extractor. I'm not sure how fast of a lair that is exactly. He has his Overlord flying in right now, seeing the starport with the tech lab on the barracks. I love how good Terran are. I've always been amazed. I'm a Zerg player, all full disclosure that. But I've always been amazed at how some Terran can just fluidly transition their add-ons to their buildings, and predict and plan out in the long run when they need what and when they switch what. So the first few Hellions coming in to poke around. I believe 2 more just finished. There they are. First Banshee on the way with Cloak. I've seen some Terran not get Cloak with Banshees, and it's the ones that I've seen, it never turned out too well for him if they didn't get the cloak. Oh, and the 4 Hellions just slip on by. I've also seen this. For a time, you were seeing Terran being really safe with their Hellions, but now they just run them in. I don't care. I got to do some damage. Your queens have range 5, yeah, but they do pathetic damage, really. So I might as well just run them in. I'm not gonna pussyfoot outside and just get shot at by range 5 queens. I'm gonna run in. And Zerg doesn't have very many Zerglings. He's just getting the Zerglings out now, picking off the rest. 2 more Hellions coming in. May get a few shots off. Pick up 1 more drone. 2 more drones. Or 3 more drones actually. And is that a 4? Might be a 4. Let's go to units lost tab. That's a lot of units lost. 100. And here comes the Banshee. Did he get cloak yet? Cloak's almost done. Almost, just a few seconds. Can't take too much damage on that. And the Overseer's out. He cloaks. He thinks he's going to be safe, but no. The Overseer pops out right in his face. He got jumped in there a little too soon with that Banshee, and was taken down to half life right before that cloak came in. So unfortunate for ForGG, getting the other 2 refineries on his natural, and seems like he's transitioning into a infantry play. In the meantime, DarkForce is building a spire. We have 3 reactors coming in for ForGG, just the 1 tech lab getting the stim, and then probably the combat shield later. Looks like DarkForce is building up his Vespine to get a influx of 7 Mutalisks coming in now, probably an 8th one in a few, once his minerals get back up. And he hasn't gone to his 3rd yet. Excuse me 1 second. I need an off button for my microphone. I don't have one yet, so apologize for that. My throats tend to build up with phlegm. I have had a cough the last week or so. So I don't know if it's because of the cough or it's because of how I'm sitting, but my throat just gets clogged up with something. And the Mutalisks are finding the Banshees. And 1 more still in the base, taking out tons and tons of drones. Where are those Overseers? He chased off 1, and then how he snuck 1 in behind. That's quite excellent. The Banshee goes down. Units lost heavily in favor of ForGG. I wish I had that overlay. I don't know what's that overlay that some casters have that shows the players on top, plus, and then you can see how many workers they each lost instead of UI. He loses 1 Mutalisk to that turret. Another Mutalisk, nope, almost. And he GG's because he's so far behind. That's the first game. I think it's a best of 3. So stay tuned. I'll be back. Thanks for watching.